Baby girl. That's my baby girl right there. What's up, everybody? This is Jeremiah, and today we're going to react to the video Characters That Were Locked in Part 2 by my brother, B-Scheme. Now, we only reacted to Part 1, and we had some honorable mentions there. We had some good picks, but this time, it's Part 2. And from the judging of this video that you're seeing, this is an hour long. But mind you, this is going to be more than an hour long, so, like, come on now. You know B-Ski. You know B-Ski. Again, shouts to you, my brother. Shouts to you, my brother. But guys, remember, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications to know when I upload a video, tune into the live streams, and also join the Discord and Patreon in the description down below. Now, guys, you guys sit back, you gotta relax, and let's react to this masterpiece. Let's get it.
Namaste, my niggas.
Namaste
welcome
to you
back
too.
to the second episode of Characters That Were Locked In. If
If
you're new here, this is a series dedicated to characters that were willing to lock in and put their life on the line to get the job done.
Yes,
And
sir.
before we start episode 2, just know you're about to witness a lot of hands being thrown, a lot of strategic plays being made, a lot of ops getting packed up, and most importantly, you're about to witness some of the greatest lock-ins in fiction. So y'all know the drill. Sit back, relax, take that shower that you've desperately been needing, and get ready for a show. Narrated by yours truly. Let's get into the first character who was locked in.
Let's get it. Infirme. I'm sorry, Infirme? I can't pronounce the name. My bad. I'm sorry. Infernape. The P is silent. Okay.
Infernape is a character from Pokemon.
Infernape. Bro.
And it's actually one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I've personally used this Pokemon on countless playthroughs and competitive teams. So believe me when I say this 4-foot fire monkey knows exactly how to lock in. But there's one showing of Infernape locking in that really shows how determined he was. And that's in the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl anime series. But before we see how locked in he was, I want to point out that Pokemon have multiple stages of evolution. Some Pokemon evolve one time, and some Pokemon evolve 2 different times. And Infernape is a Pokemon that evolves twice. So first, we gotta start at the beginning of Infernape's story, when he was just a baby Chimchar.
Chimchar. Alright. The Burnout.
So when Chimchar first appeared, he belonged to a guy named Paul. And this nigga Paul is one of the worst Pokemon trainers ever.
Oh,
because all he cares about is power. If you aren't a strong Pokemon, he will roast you and then go catch another one.
He's a baby.
But Chimchar has a very unique ability that's called Blaze. And this ability really intrigued Paul. And for those of y'all who don't know what Blaze does, it essentially raises a fire-type Pokemon's power once they have taken enough damage in battle. So to put it in simple terms, if they get their ass beat, they get strong as hell. But the thing about Chimchar is his normal personality didn't match up with his ability. Cause normally, he was a pretty cool little chimp, but whenever his Blaze ability was active, he was crashing out. So this led Paul to abuse Chimchar basically every battle. It didn't matter who they were fighting. Paul was gonna push Chimchar to his absolute limit just to bring out this Blaze ability. But the problem was, due to how harsh Paul was, Chimchar was not able to learn how to control his rage.
And until you can produce a flame like you did that one time, you're worthless. And don't you forget it.
But one day, Paul ran into Ash, and he saw just how disrespectful Paul was to Chimchar. And then they ended up being put in the same Pokemon battle together, and they were on the exact same team. And after this battle, Paul literally turned his back on Chimchar and was going to release him back into the wild.
You're out of here.
But then Ash pulled up and offered to take Chimchar in as one of the members on his own team. And this was the coach that Chimchar needed. Ash was able to care for Chimchar a lot better than Paul's evil ass. And even though Chimchar was still having trouble controlling his Blaze crash outs, Ash still kept training him because he saw the potential that Chimchar had. So eventually Ash took Chimchar to a major battle just to see how locked in he had gotten.
Op 1. Abomasnow.
And at this point, Chimchar was ready to throw hands to prove himself. So he started off by using Flamethrower. but it got countered by Abomasnow's Blizzard. So Ash realized that they weren't going to be able to beat him head on. So he had to come up with another play. He hopped on the broken ice and used it as a skateboard.
Okay.
So now he had the speed advantage.
Arsenal
Abomasnow's
versatility.
big ass was too slow to keep up. Then Chimchar upped the pole on him and hit him with another flamethrower. Then Chimchar really started locking in and dodging every attack from Abomasnow. So now Abomasnow was mad as hell. This is basically a fully grown 40-year-old final evolution Pokemon losing to a baby chimp. I would be mad as hell too, not gonna lie. But all this made Abomasnow tired. So this was Chimchar's moment to strike. So Chimchar hit him with a flame wheel and won the battle.
One shot.
Unable to battle. Chimchar is the winner.
So this gave Chimchar a huge confidence boost. He was feeling himself after this dub. So after some more training, Ash
time to get your get back, buddy. Time to get your get back.
Eventually runs into Paul's hating ass again. So now it's time for Chimchar to have to fight some of his old teammates and his old trainer. And Chimchar is better than me. If I saw the nigga that was going to release me into the wild after he abused me for so long, I would have hit Paul with every single move I had. So he starts by using Flame Wheel, but Ursaring ends up smacking him away. But while Chimchar was in the air, he shot a flamethrower right back at him.
All right,
then
counter.
Chimchar dug his way into the ground. So Ursaring saw this and was trying to hit the ground, but Chimchar was like,
stupid. Whoa, he just did a Naruto move?
I'm not gonna
get the chance. He did a Naruto move. He did a Naruto move, bruh. He did a Naruto move. The same move that Naruto did to Neji. He did the same thing, man. References on references.
But Chimchar wasn't done putting belt to ass on his old teammate. Then he shot him right in the chest with another flamethrower, and this ended up knocking him out. But after this battle, Chimchar ended up evolving into his next stage.
Monferno.
And when Paul seen this, he was like,
Oh, scary. Oh, shiver my timbers. Shut up, man.
So he threw out the next Pokemon, Electabuzz. And when Electabuzz came out and saw Monferno, he was like,
I know that ain't
I don't think it is.
So Monferno was ready for this ISO. He had been waiting for this for a while. So he speed blitzed Electabuzz and hit him with Mach Punch.
Too fast for you.
Then Electabuzz ends up hitting Monferno with Thunder. Then Monferno used Flame Wheel and rolled right towards him. But Electabuzz used Protect, so it canceled out the move. So then Electabuzz rushed at Monferno while he was in the air. But this isn't your average monkey. Monferno is a proud member of Weave Nation.
Yes,
then
sir.
He went to use Dig again.
The Naruto move is saving him, man.
Now Electabuzz is confused, trying to find out where Monferno is. Then he pops up out the ground.
Naruto move, bro. That's the Naruto move.
And uppercuts him. Monferno wanted that nigga dead, so he used Flame Wheel again. But Electivire has some tricks up his sleeve too, because he ended up paralyzing Monferno. And even though Monferno was paralyzed, he still ended up powering up out of pure determination. So he rushed at Electabuzz, and Electabuzz rushed at him.
Clash.
But when the smoke cleared, Monferno passed out and they lost the battle.
It's alright, Monferno, man. You did your thing, bro. It's alright, bro. It's okay, man. You evolved and you got your, and I know you didn't get your get back, bro, but you evolved and you got them on the ropes. I say it's a dub. That's a dub. That's a dub in my book.
And Paul didn't even say a word to Ash or Monferno. He just walked away. I know in his head he was like,
wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
Chapter 2, Harnessing the Flames.
So after this loss, Ash and Monferno continued to further their bond, and they continued working on his Blaze ability. And even though Monferno is still tweaking out sometimes, they are both very dedicated to controlling this power. So Ash wants to test Monferno's power again, but this time he's fighting with his friend Barry. So the battle starts with Barry sending out Empoleon, which is a water type. So this means Monferno is at a disadvantage since he's a fire type.
Yep.
But Monferno was like,
I don't give a fuck.
So Empoleon launches a Hydro Cannon at him, but Monferno dodges it, jumps in the air, and Mach punches him right in the face.
Easy clip,
I know
dang.
the other water Pokemon were watching this like,
you really are a
water types watching implode. And Plodion lose to a fire type. Yeah, that's just, yeah, bro. If you're losing to a type that you have an advantage of, bro, yeah, you're yeah. The other types of the other types are gonna look at you like, bro. The other same types of like you know what I'm trying to say, right? Yeah, okay, yeah.
Ew. What is that?
We can all agree that we don't claim him.
I wanna respect you, but
Water
I
types, bro.
So now Monferno is feeling himself because he's beating the odds against a tight matchup. Then Empoleon tried to use Drill Peck, but Monferno dug into the ground, and Empoleon got hit with another attack.
That Naruto move is saving this guy, bro. This Naruto move is saving this Pokemon, bro. No joke, he is.
Mind y'all, this is a fully grown 36-year-old
Now
water-type Pokemon getting bullied by a Pokemon that just went through puberty. This is like prime Mike
I say going through puberty.
Tyson losing to my little sister. This is crazy work. And as they are fighting, Paul ends up walking by and also watching the fight. And he was hating hard as hell too. I don't even know why he came to watch if he was just gonna hate from the sidelines. But as Monferno is about to punch Empoleon again, Empoleon finally lands a Hydro Cannon on Monferno.
Ooh.
And I don't know what kind of water pressure Empoleon put in that blast, but he sent Monferno flying away. So Ash goes to check on him, and Paul is just sitting there like,
Oh man.
Hater.
But then Ash and all his friends get put in a giant bubble. And turns out a villain organization called Team Rocket pulled up to capture them and their Pokemon. So as they are all locked up in this cage, we see a giant fire typhoon in the distance.
Oh no.
And then we see it turn into a flame wheel and head straight towards Ash and hit his bubble. Then we get to see Monferno is fully blazed up and he is
nah, his eyes are red. He on demon time.
ready to crash out. Ash tries to calm him down, but he powers up and throws him off. So Team Rocket tries to grab Monferno, but he bursts out of it. Uses Flame Wheel to hit the robot. Then he loads up a Mach Punch and lands it directly on Team Rocket. And after he sent them flying away, he started aura farming, talking about some but the Pokemon are still trapped inside the cage. Then Electabuzz popped out, and this had Ash confused as hell, but Paul ended up throwing him out so he could help. But Monferno was tweaking out now, so Ash had to use the stereotypical anime flashback method. Yo, Monferno, you tweaking, little nigga? We supposed to be boys. Remember when I adopted you from that hating ass nigga Paul? This how you gonna do me now? Oh, and my bad for making you fight that water type. I'm sorry I did that, but you had him shook though.
Yeah,
But I
true.
need you to lock in and calm down. But then Electabuzz couldn't hold them anymore and they started falling. But this pep talk was exactly what Monferno needed. He used Flame Wheel and rushed right at the cage and held it up. But this emotional moment made Monferno finally evolve into his last evolution.
Let's go. And frame.
So he ended up throwing the cage up and saving all the Pokemon. And this impressed everyone, because he had never been able to control himself like this before. So now we can get on to the next chapter in Infernape's story.
Competition.
So after all this happened, Ash and his team were ready to enter the championship competition.
Yes,
He
sir.
had 6 Pokemon and they were all ready to throw hands
Pikachu,
with
of
whoever
course.
he came up against. At the 1, we got the 1 foot, 13-pound electric mouse, Pikachu.
The GOAT himself. Come on now.
At the 2, we got the 6 foot, 93-pound ground
He's 6 feet. Dang.
and flying type Gliscor. And at the 3, we got the 2 foot, 65-pound water type Buizel.
All right.
At the 4, we got the 4 foot, 55-pound flying and normal type Staraptor.
Okay.
At the 5, we got the 7 foot rod wave pound
7 feet.
grass
Water wave pound. All
and
right.
ground type Torterra. And the final member of
Six
Ash's
man.
team is the 4 foot, 120-pound
Woo,
fire
woo,
fight
woo,
type
woo,
Infernape. But Ash isn't fighting just anyone. He is matched up against Paul's hate
Oh, no.
ass. And as much as I hate Paul, I can't lie to y'all, his team is tough. At the 1, he has the 2 foot 7, 26-pound bug and flying type Ninjask.
Who?
At the 2, he has a 3 foot, 65-pound water and ground type Gastrodon. With the 3rd spot, he has
Oh, this Pokemon's tough though. Drop down.
The 4-foot, 135-pound poison and dark type Drapion.
Yeah, he's tough.
With his number 4 spot, he has the 4-foot, 50-pound ice and ghost type Frostlass. His number 5 spot is none other than the Hoenn region's Dave Blunts, coming in at 7 feet tall and
Dang.
193 pounds, the steel and rock type Aggron. And Paul's last Pokemon in his 6-man lineup is the same Pokemon that knocked out Monferno earlier. But this time he has evolved. Coming in at 6 foot, 305 pounds, Paul's last Pokemon is the electric type, Electivire.
Ooh.
So Ash and Paul step up to the field and get ready for a generational battle.
Yes, sir.
So Aggron and Pikachu are up first. But after Pikachu got hit, Ash realized that he needs to sub him out for someone who can handle him. So he sent out Infernape. Infernape and Aggron rush at each other with their attacks, and this ends up in Infernape getting hurt, but it also leads to Aggron getting burned. So Aggron goes to use Flash Cannon, but Infernape popped up before he could attack. So that's 1 op down. Now it's just 5 more to go. Next ISO is Gastrodon and Staraptor, but that didn't go well because Staraptor got hit with a super effective Ice Beam. So Ash had to sub him out. So then Ash sends out Buizel to handle Gastrodon. And this leads in Buizel loading up an Ice Punch and knocking out Gastrodon.
Rebozo.
So then Paul sends out Drapion to handle Buizel. And Drapion ended up picking him up by his tail. And I don't know what these Pokemon are saying because I do not speak Drapion, but I'm pretty sure he said,
"There's no way out of this one.
You're done.
You're done."
But he ended up breaking free.
12 seconds later.
Oh no. Knocked out.
So now Ash sends out Staraptor to get it back in blood for Buizel. But Drapion dodges his attack, then grabs him with his tail, then slams Staraptor on the ground, knocking him out.
And he's poisoned.
And even though Drapion is using the same grab move, I can't even hate. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So now Ash sends out Torterra to handle Drapion. And Torterra was kind of cooking at first, but Drapion ended up knocking him out too.
3 for 3? Dang, yo, Ash, do something here.
So now Ash sends out Gliscor to hopefully get some more points on the board, because we are down bad. Drapion out here putting up prime LeBron stats during this match, but Paul switches out for Ninjask. And as they are fighting in the air, Ninjask dodges Gliscor and slams him on the ground. So Ash seen this and knew it was a bad idea to keep him in. So he subbed him out for Infernape. But before Drapion switched out, he left some toxic spikes on the ground. So Infernape got poisoned immediately. He even looked back at Ash like, "Really, nigga?" But then Ninja started using Giga Drain and started speeding up around Infernape. But then Infernape locked in on Ninja's location and managed to Mach Punch him, knocking him out. So now Frostlass is ready for her ISO 2. So Ash puts out Pikachu, and Frostlass is absolutely toying with Pikachu right now. She ends up using Ice Beam and freezing him. But Pikachu's not going to be taken down that easily. He breaks out the ice, ends up using Volt Tackle, and goes right at Frostlass. Now it's time for Drapion to fight Gliscor again.
Nah, bro, come on, bro. You keep running your goddamn mouth. Come to the street, lame man, nigga. Nah, bro, I don't want to hear none of that shit. You been running your goddamn mouth.
Drapion tries to hit Gliscor, but he dodges it and ends up biting him with Fire Fang.
Good job.
And Drapion was trying to hold on as best as he could, but that fire was too much for him. So Gliscor got the dub. So now Paul only has 1 Pokemon left, but Ash's Pokemon are all severely damaged. So Paul sends out his Electivire to fight Gliscor, and as Gliscor tries to Giga Impact him, Electivire blocks it and grabs him in the air. Gliscor saw his entire life flash before his eyes. Then Electivire used Brick Break right on his head, causing Gliscor to pass out. So now Ash only has Pikachu and Infernape left. So Ash sends out Pikachu to fight Electivire.
Alright.
Electivire goes for a Thunder Punch and Pikachu retaliates with Iron Tail. But this caused Pikachu to be stuck in the air. And this is exactly what Electivire and Paul wanted. Electivire used Brick Break again and sends Pikachu's ass flying away. So now that they both only have 1 Pokemon each, it's time for the final battle.
Fire versus lightning.
So Electivire uses Thunder Punch, and Infernape goes for a Mach Punch. but they both end up canceling out. So Infernape uses Flamethrower, but Electivire protects itself.
But anywho,
Then Infernape pulls out
Oh, reliable.
and uses Dig. So as
it work for
Electivire
three-
is looking
can it
for
work?
Infernape, he pops up and lands a hit.
The Naruto move always gets this guy. Hoo-wee. I cannot lie. Like you said, Bisky, like the old saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He used the Naruto moves like 4 times. Can't knock the guy.
But Electivire brushes it off and gets ready to squabble again. So Infernape goes for another Mach Punch. Then Electivire grabs his hand. And this is not a good look for Infernape. This is basically the equivalent to getting hooked up to jumper cables. Because then Electivire starts frying Infernape. And I was damn near crying watching my nigga get cooked like this. And after this, Infernape passed out.
No.
Infernape is down!
All that training just to fail at the biggest stage. All that practice he went through just to get cooked by his old abusive trainer. And even after him and Ash went through all of this, the battle was over.
He said, I ain't done it. I ain't done yet.
Y'all niggas
Done
thought it was
killed
over,
me.
huh? Infernape ain't going out like that.
So I guess that's the best you can do then. You're pathetic, just like always.
And this was all he needed to hear to lock in. He came too far to lose. He's been through too much to give up now. And he'll be damned if this hating ass nigga Paul don't put some respect on his name. Infernape wasn't the same little monkey that was crashing out. His Blaze ability held him back for too long. But now he's fully mastered it.
Blaze cut.
So Infernape is supercharged and fully locked in now. So he loads up the biggest flamethrower I've ever seen. I know the crowd was probably missing all their eyebrows after this blast. But Electivire tries to counter it, but Infernape uses Mach Punch before he can react. But now Paul is pissed, he getting dirty like this. So he goes for a Thunder Punch. So Infernape uses Flare Blitz, but this time it's not red. It's so hot it turns blue.
Azula?
Then Infernape rushes directly at him.
That's what I'm talking about.
Infernape has won the battle.
Easy money. Cleared flying colors.
And finally beat his old abusive trainer. All the abuse he went through as a Chimchar, all the crash outs he had as a Monferno, and everything he went through all ended up paying off, allowing him to lock in and finally use Blaze to his advantage. All right, time for the next character.
Nah, about to. Baby girl. Storm. That's my baby girl right there. What's up, everybody? Enjoying the video? That's great. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, and turn on the notifications to know when I upload another video. Also, tune into the live streams. We're live on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok. So choose which platform that fits best for you. Also, join the Discord and the Patreon, link in the description down below. And most of you guys are watching the videos but not subscribed. If you like the video so much, why not subscribe? It's free. All that, let's get back into the video. That's my baby girl right there. Baby girl. Oh my goodness. Black Queen. Just love it. Just love it. From the hair to everything, man. You just gotta love her, man. You just gotta love her. That's baby girl. That's baby girl right there. Baby girl. Baby girl.
Storm is a character from Marvel's X-Men, and she is one of the most powerful mutants in this universe.
Omega level threat.
And because of this, she's actually locked in and fought multiple powerful enemies and taken down some of the world's most evil people. But as I was doing my weekly tradition of ignoring all my responsibilities and reading Marvel comics, I found a series called X-Men Worlds Apart. And out of all Storm stories that I've read, I think this one really shows how locked in and determined this woman can be. Because over the course of Storm's life, she has been many things. She's been a goddess, an X-Men, a wife, a queen. But within this comic, all these roles are coming into play.
Oh.
So without further ado, let's jump right into chapter 1.
Let's get it. Chapter 1, Wakanda's corruption. T'Challa, what happened to your country?
So the story starts with Storm and Cyclops talking about her coming back to San Francisco with him to meet up with the remaining X-Men. But Storm is currently married to Black Panther and she's the Queen of Wakanda. So she told Cyclops that she's going to remain in Wakanda for the time being instead of going back to be an X-Men member. But then Storm gets a call from her people saying that a man named Nez is being held captive because he committed a murder in Wakanda. And this guy is a mutant just like Storm.
Oh,
he is also a student of the X-Men as well. So this kind of confused Storm because he wouldn't normally murder anybody because he isn't evil. Then she flies off to go meet with the Wakandan people to investigate this murder. So when she gets there and sees the footage of the murder, she notices that Nez winks at the camera. Which is strange because Nez has never winked before and he doesn't even know how to wink. So Storm knew instantly that something here was wrong. So she ended up freeing him, but this led to a group of Wakandan soldiers pulling up and asking her and Nez to surrender. And Nez instantly surrendered, but Storm wasn't backing down because she wanted to find out what the meaning of all of this was. So as they are going to arrest Nez again, the soldiers start talking to Storm crazy. He's an outsider like you. You do not belong in Wakanda.
First off, that's your queen right there. So I need you to shut up, bruh. Shut up with your Vegeta freaking hairline, man. Like, shut up with your McDonald's hairline, bro.
Their gene filth will bring ruin to us all.
That's gotta be racist. There's no way.
Now, mind y'all, she is the queen of Wakanda, and they talking to her like they are a part of the Wakandan KKK.
See, if Black Panther was there, if T'Challa was there, you would got fired, dog. Heck, you would have been executed or even banished from the country. If T'Challa was there, bro, you wouldn't be saying all that. You wouldn't be saying all that, dog.
Then the captain ends up smacking Storm in.
Call T'Challa. Call T'Challa. Call T'Challa. Yo, T'Challa, this dude slapped your wife. My dude, you're the king. Behead him. Please behead him. This is crazy. This dude just slapped your wife. I mean, not slapped, but hit your wife with a gun. Yo, if T'Challa was there, bro, he would have crashed out.
In the face with a gun. And that was probably the worst idea this guy has ever had. Because then Storm started changing the weather and lightning filled the sky. Then she caused a giant storm right on the spot.
Feel the wrath of the goddess!
Marvel Rivals.
And she did the captain the worst.
You beneath when I allow it. Damn.
She took all the air out of his body and told him, you breathe when I allow it.
Oh, you breathe. My bad. Dang, my reading. But dang, that's tough.
And I can't lie, that shit was so tough. Then she starts pressing them, asking who gave the orders to do all this. Then Black Panther pulls up and says he's the one that ordered them to do it.
T'Challa, you did this on your own wife? Bro, come on, dog.
And this has Storm super confused.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Because this was supposed to be her man, and he just put a hit out on her. Then he starts roasting her in front of all the Wakandan people.
T'Challa, you lost my respect. You lost my respect, bro. If I was you, I would have never done another storm. You lost my respect for that, bro. You lost my respect. You lost my respect.
I was wrong. Our childhood flirtation was not love. It was a youthful indiscretion. This was never meant to be.
You say that to the baby girl Storm like that? No wonder why Wakanda is what it is today. No wonder why. Don't you ever say that to Storm again in your dang life, bro. She changed your life for the better.
Hear me, my niggas. Your king has been deceived by his queen. A mistake I intend to rectify right now. So after years of marriage, Black Panther just switched up on her like it was nothing. And the cherry on top is that after this speech, he winked at her. And this wink let her know once again that something wasn't right here.
What?
But then she got pulled out of her body.
I may take back what I said.
And taken into the astral plane, where she came face to face with the person responsible for Nez and Black Panther's actions.
Okay. I take back what I said. About the Black Panther stuff. Okay? I take back what I said. Take back what I said. It was him.
The Shadow King. And this nigga is one of the biggest rage baiters of all time.
Oh no.
He will mind control your husband or wife's brain and have them talking like this in public.
You fat, you ugly, and you stink, monkey. Shut up with your ugly ass. What you think you doing in my country? Yo ugly, fat, stinking, ugly.
And at the current time, he is the most powerful telepath on the planet.
What?
So there's no one that can even currently stop him. Then we see that he has
Coach
Black
Gray.
Panther fully in his control. And even though Storm knew that he had Black Panther under his control, she was like,
I promise you, I'm gonna get you out of there. You don't belong in there. I'm gonna get you out.
and just like he took over Nez and the Black Panther's brain, the Shadow King also took over the brains of the mutants that Cyclops was currently with. So he's having to fight them and also resist the Shadow King's mind control at the same time. But then the Shadow King started playing tricks on Cyclops, posing as somebody that he knows. And this led to the Shadow King taking over his brain too.
Oh no.
So as Storm and the Shadow King are talking, we see that Black Panther is trying his hardest to get out, but it's not working at all. So back in the physical realm, Wakanda is a bloodbath. The soldiers are shooting innocent people, Black Panther is choking niggas out, and they still want to take Nez and Storm as prisoners. But Black Panther is done with the talking, so he gives the command to kill Storm and Nez. This caused Storm to create a giant lightning storm and fry everybody in the area.
You're thunderstruck.
Then she goes to tackle Black Panther, because talking ain't working, so she resorted to beating some sense into him. Then the soldiers start shooting bullets at Nez. Then one of the Panther soldiers pulled up and put a gun to Nez's head and told him,
"Gun to your head, name 3 good Marvel movies after Endgame."
Oh shit. $2, god damn it.
But before he got his bald ass shot smooth off, Storm froze the gun and smacked the soldiers away. Then she grabbed Nez's hand and flew off. And now Cyclops is fully under the Shadow King's control. So he hopped in a jet and was ready to fly off to cause more destruction for the Shadow King.
Oh,
but
geez.
Storm could sense that Cyclops was evil. So she concentrated, located him, and summoned a giant lightning bolt and destroyed his jet.
X-Men Worlds Apart, Chapter 2, Royal Rumble.
So word got out to Black Panther that Storm has been spotted in the jungle. So he sent a group of women called the Dora Milaje after them. And these are his personal goons. This is a trained group of some of the most ruthless, bald-headed soldiers you've ever seen. And they pulled up on Tommen too. One of them smacked Nez in the head with the staff, and the other one smacked Storm right in the face. And as she went to shoot Storm, Storm grabbed her arm and punched her in the chin.
Ooh.
But Storm looked over at Nez, and he was hitting the same pose niggas hit when you up the pole on them.
This nigga is trash.
But they didn't care about that at all. So they ended up hitting him in the face with the staff again. So now Storm gotta fight 2 bald heads instead of 1. And as they are fighting, Nez is just chilling, acting like Storm isn't currently getting jumped. So he locks in and smashes the ground. And this ended up being a perfect alley-oop for Storm, because she throws one into a tree and Nez ends up slamming the other one into the ground. So after they packed up the Dora Milaje, Storm went to check on Nez. But then out of nowhere, he got slashed in his back. And Storm knew exactly who these claw marks belonged to.
Tremble before Bast!
The Shadow Black Panther.
So the Shadow King is done playing games. He wants Black Panther to destroy Storm. And the Shadow King knows that Storm won't kill him either. She'd rather take herself out than murder her husband, even if he's under mind control. Then we see that Cyclops is still alive after Storm nuked his jet. And while Cyclops is getting a new jet, Black Panther is tearing Storm up. And she's trying to fight back, but Black Panther has some of the best hands in Marvel, so he ends up dodging and kicking her in the face. So at this point, Storm is going through it. Her X-Men buddy Cyclops has turned evil, her people have turned against her, and now her husband is giving her that Chris Brown special combo.
Ah, jeez.
And while all this is going on, the Spirit King is happy as hell controlling all this like. So Storm knew she had to lock in to really stop all this madness. So she changed the weather again. And this time she brought down an entire lightning blitz right on Black Panther. And after this, Black Panther was acting like he was back to normal. So he tried to reach out to her, but Storm was like,
No, nigga!
and kicked him right in the face, knocking him out. And this caused the Shadow King's control to weaken over the Black Panther. So Storm took him and flew him back to the palace. But when they got there, the entire military was strapped up and ready to blow her head clean off. They had guns, jetpacks, tanks, and whatever the hell this is.
Bruh.
And this soldier right here wanted that promotion bad. She got 2 guns out ready to go. But she didn't want to have to squad wipe her own people, so she stood down. But as she did this, she entered the spirit realm again. This time she ends up talking to the Panther Spirit.
Boss!
And the Panther Spirit is pissed that she let Black Panther get mind controlled and let
That's not her fault though. What?
all the Wakandan people go crazy. But she wasn't worried about him, so she stood up to him and realized she had to control her people right now or this might get even worse. So after arguing with the Panther Spirit for a while, she knew what she had to do. So she stood back up and told the people that she is their queen now and forever. And then a bunch of Panthers started making their way to her. And after seeing this, they all bowed down to their queen. And I don't blame them. She was already frying their ass with lightning not too long ago. Now she has an army of Panthers at her disposal. I would have been on that ground face down, ass up so fast. So now that she got Wakanda cleared up, she got to go handle Cyclops back in the United States. So she gets her a jet and her and Nez take off.
Final chapter. Mutant versus mutants.
So back at the X-Men crib, Cyclops is going crazy due to the Shadow King's influence. So he pulled up ready to smoke every single remaining member of the X-Men.
The cops will be called.
Twin, I don't care nothing about the cops, twin. And plus, it's just me and you here, twin. But I'm gonna be the only one alive to tell the story, twin.
First person he ran into was Emma Frost, and he fried her. Then he was about to shoot Angel, but Beast came out and saved him. But after he grabbed Cyclops, Cyclops ended up ricocheting off a wall and blasting him right in.
That's some Marvel Rivals type right there, bro.
Head. But then Angel grabbed him and slammed him into the ground. Then the Shadow King tried to take control of someone else's mind, but Pixie came in and stopped it. But Cyclops kicked her out the way. But before he could pack up any more of his friends,
Storm's right there.
Storm and Nez pulled up ready for the smoke.
There is little time. Hit them with all we have.
But Cyclops could care less about them pulling up, because he wanted to kill them niggas anyway. So he blasts Nez in the face. But then Nez grabs his neck and stops him. But then Nez started tweaking out again, because the Shadow King took control of his mind too.
Oh, jeez.
So now everyone here is turning against Storm and blaming her for everything that's been happening.
Where was you when I needed you, nigga?
Nigga, you straight bitch now, nigga. I see it in your ass. Pussy, nigga.
Then the Shadow King tries to take control of Storm's mind, but she resists his powers and throws Nez to the wall.
Cowards. No pleasure in that, but it had to be done.
Punches Angel, then puts Beast in a mini tornado. She's not trying to kill any of them right now, but she still needs to find a way to fix this.
Hurricane incoming!
So she ends up summoning a giant cyclone to take them all away. But Cyclops is still out for blood, and Storm is trying to tell him to resist the Shadow King, but Cyclops wasn't able to. So he shot her with the optic blast, but she blocked it with the thunderbolt.
Why can't Storm do this in Marvel Rivals? Oh my gosh, man. Why can't Storm do this in Marvel Rivals, man? Oh my gosh.
Then he ran at her and kicked her in the throat, and then punched her in the face. And I know he's under mind control, but I could not be friends with this nigga after he did me like this. And as she's on the ground, Cyclops is getting ready to shoot her again.
Somewhere in the world is a little girl like I once was. I fight for her.
And this not only fried him, but it released the Shadow King's hold on his mind. But then the Shadow King was finally able to get inside of Storm.
Oh,
and I
no.
know Black Panther was scratching the hell out the walls at the Wakandan Palace, watching his girl get put in this position. But then we entered the spirit realm, we see that Storm is laughing at him. And the Shadow King was like,
"Am I a joke to you?"
Not the African movies, man.
Then Storm pulled out the Panther spirit while she was in the spirit realm. And she made him eat the Shadow King.
Back to the depths, vile creature.
Yeah, that was it for him. He went from King of the Shadows
Rebozo
to cat food. But without Storm locking in, protecting her friends, fighting her husband, fighting her old teammates, and saving her people, the world probably would have been cooked. But I'm sure niggas in the Marvel comic universe are pretty used to dying at this point, so they probably wasn't worried. All right, time for the next character.
You just gotta love Storm. That's baby girl right there. Baby girl locked in. Baby girl locked in. Number 3.
Coalition thinks it is.
Now we knew this. We knew this from the beginning, right? We absolutely knew this from the beginning. Because people said ever since that Argyle thing, his head skull whatever thing happened, and he ran away, everybody would call him freaking a fraud. But ever since episode 7 of season 4, it was crickets.
Strong.
Crickets.
They will shudder before our strength, our devotion, our vengeance.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
You got me.
I'm doing another invincible character. This time, it's Grand Regent Thrag. Because out of all the characters in this series, Thrag hands down has one of the most insane lock-ins ever. From the minute this man was born, he was locked in on one mission and one mission only. And that was the survival of the Viltrum Empire.
Now, hold on. For the Invincible one, I kind of know this one, so I'm about to skip it. But yeah, I'm about to skip this one. I already know. I've watched it. You can go check out my channel. I legitimately have watched it before. It's just blurred, but I've watched it. But I'm going to see it in the comics.
Mark and the entire planet. And at first, Mark refused it. But after he realized Thrag would access to Earth, there will be.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Hold up.
The
Before
comics.
I start this, I do want to let y'all know there will be spoilers from the Invincible comics in this chapter.
To be honest with you, I don't care.
So if you're a TV show only watcher, go ahead and get out of here so you don't get spoiled.
I don't care.
All right, let's get into the final chapter.
Phase 3, repopulation. Yes, there will be spoilers. If you don't want to see the spoilers, I suggest you skip the video into the last section. Because me, I don't care.
After some time passes, Thrag finds out that none of the people he sent to repopulate had completed this mission. They all have become model citizens of Earth. They were paying taxes, having families, going on dates. And
Look at Anissa. Look at Anissa with a black king right there. That black man changed your life, huh? That black man changed your life.
Probably participating in hashtags like Stop the Violence. So Thrag gathered them all together and told them,
I just want to get this off my chest. That shit was not my fault. Y'all are trash. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Y'all are trash.
Then Thrag found out that Mark is the grandson of Argyle.
What? So that means no. Wait a minute. How does that even work? So who was Nolan's parents? Hey, that's TV, not comics.
Which also means Nolan is the son of Argyle.
Ah. Oh, who was the... That's TV, all right? That's TV, not comics.
And due to Nolan being the son, he is the rightful next heir to be leader of the Viltrumites. But when he lets Nolan know about this, Nolan doesn't care and he's not trying to fight about it. So Thrag starts attacking him to remove him from being heir.
But you got Mark, though. And Oliver. Well, in the comics, Oliver got cooked up, so, like, you got Mark only.
But the remaining Viltrumites stopped Thrag from killing him, because they found out Nolan is the rightful leader, so they swore their allegiance to him. But as they are jumping, Nolan orders them to stop and leave him as prisoner. And as his punishment, he orders Thrag to be sent to exile and leave the planet. But Alan didn't like that Nolan let...
You let Thrag go? Are you crazy? Yo, no. Alan's face is like... Negro, why?
Thrag goes
Kill the guy!
So he sent Battle Beast to go track him down. And I'm with Alan on this one. We should have gave Thrag that medieval public torture death sentence.
Yeah, you should have.
This man is not someone you let live.
Yeah.
But the thing with Battle Beast is that he is constantly itching for a fight. So when he found Thrag, he gave him the battle of a lifetime. And Battle Beast didn't even care that during this fight he was dying.
To be fair to you, I think that Battle Beast could have won this fight. I look at the comics as well. I think that Battle Beast should have won the fight. I think that Battle Beast should have won the fight. Because I think that in a time where Thrag got injured by something, and then I think to equal it out, he injured himself, maybe. Maybe that happened in the comics. If not, I don't know. But in my opinion, I think Battle Beast should have won the fight. I think that Battle Beast should have won the fight. No joke. He should have. He should have.
Each time he got hit, he was like,
Come on, whole ass nigga. You know what? Get you one. Get you one. Come on. I like that shit.
You want him
I
more.
like that shit. Come on.
So after literal days
Peak.
of fighting, Thrag finally beat Battle Beast and killed him. And he ended up turning Battle Beast into an outfit.
Damn.
And I know this is disrespectful as hell, but this fit is clean. And within 5 years, he had repopulated and created an entire new Viltrumite army of his own children. So he sends his new army to go off and destroy planets. And he sends his son and daughter to go kill Mark and his entire family. So when Thrag and his children find Mark's daughter, Oliver tries to save her, and Thrag spears him in the stomach, killing him. So this made Mark kill Thrag's son. Then Mark and Thrag start fighting, and once again, Mark is getting embarrassed by Thrag. Thrag ended up ripping Mark in half in front of his entire family. So now Thrag is taking over everything he can. He's going from planet to planet and conquering each one. But then the coalition ends up finding Thrag's location. So Thrag sent his entire child army to go stop the coalition.
I'm not gonna hold you. This is tough. This is a tough panel right here. Bring me the skulls of these traitors. You're not the heir, my guy. You're not the heir. You are not the heir. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. This is tough. This is tough. This is legit tough. I ain't gonna lie. This is tough.
But Mark stood in the way, and they were just splattering off Mark due to how strong he had gotten.
That's why he's invincible.
But Thrag didn't care about any of his kids dying. They were just tools to him to regain his power. So Nolan tries to stop Thrag again, but Thrag was like,
How many times do we
have to teach you this lesson, old man?
And ended up packing him up again, but this time tearing his heart out and killing him for good. Then Thrag told all his kids to jump Mark, and this nigga Thrag started throwing his own children at Mark as projectiles. We might gotta add Thrag to the worst parents list too.
What was this? Part 1, part 2? No, not part 1, part 3. Yeah. Peachkey, you gotta add him in there. Add him in there. But also, worst fathers in there as well. Worst fathers in there as well. You gotta add him in both of them. You gotta add Thrag in both of them.
Having a space war and using your kids as throwable items gotta be enough to make the list. But that's not gonna stop Mark, so he rushes at Thrag, and they end up having a battle all the way inside the sun. And even though Thrag's skin is literally burning off his body, he continues to fight Mark. And this is such an insane level of locking in. I don't even want to go outside if it's over 90 degrees. I can't imagine having to throw hands with someone while the sun is inches away from my back.
Yep.
But Mark ended up getting a robot suit sent to him and overwhelming Thrag. But that still didn't stop Thrag. He ended up breaking both of Mark's arms. But in the end, Thrag died and got consumed by the heat of the sun. And even though Thrag's evil ass didn't survive, I think this is one of the craziest solo lock-ins I've ever read. From the moment he was born, he only had one goal. Nothing he went through was going to stop him from doing it. He really went from planet to planet just handing out intergalactic belt. And the only reason he didn't succeed was because he literally burned in the sun. And the craziest part is his lineup was crispy the entire time. All right, time for the next one.
Final one. Kong.
Kong is a character from the MonsterVerse. And within this verse, there are tons of giant monsters. But what I think makes Kong stand out to me is that this giant ape is the sole survivor of his race. He has also spent a lot of time with humans. So this also made him stick out to me because he has a lot of human-like characteristics despite being a big-ass 90-ton gorilla. And Kong has had to overcome a lot of stuff too. He's had to leave his home island, he's had to adjust to civilization, and he's had to fight with giant creatures like Godzilla.
Multiple times, mind you.
But there's one story that I think showcases just how locked in this giant gorilla can be. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
Let's get it. Chapter 1. Part 1. Hollow Earth.
So at this point in Kong's life, he's living in a place called Hollow Earth, which is located below regular Earth. And the reason he's living here by himself
below regular Earth, hey man,
is because he got in a pretty big fight with Godzilla.
As
and
usual.
After the fight with Godzilla was over, Godzilla did let Kong leave, but he also told Kong that if he comes back, he's gonna turn his ass into monkey soup. So Kong, being the smart and peaceful ape that he is, ended up making a home down here on Hollow Earth. But Kong has been alone for a while now, and he low-key hates his life down here. He's constantly getting chased by dogs, his one friend keeps taking his food, and there's no female Kongs down here to get freaky with.
Dang.
This man's life really sucks. But then one day he hears a strange sound. And this made Kong think that maybe there was another Kong out there. So he was like, finally! But when he pulled up to where the sound came from, it was just a frog.
Biggest letdowns.
Is this nigga serious?
Of all time.
And I know he wanted to pick up this frog and throw him as far as he could. But then Kong just put his head down and accepted that he was gonna be alone forever. But then after some days go by, he ends up finding his old axe that he used to fight Godzilla, which also led him to seeing a giant crack in the ground with blue light coming from it. And since Kong doesn't got anything else going on, he jumps down there to explore.
Yeah,
but when he gets
same.
down there, he realizes that it's dead Kong skeletons everywhere. But then he heard something growl in the distance, so he went to look for what made that sound. And he sees a giant figure coming at him, so he squares up and gets ready to fight. But turns out it's this Ed Sheeran looking ass ape called Zuko.
Ed Sheeran,
And at
bro.
this point, Kong is desperate for anyone to be his friend. So he tries to reach out and dap up the little ape.
Oh!
It really be your own niggas. I keep trying to tell y'all that.
Your
Then
homie-
Zuko calls him a few ape slurs and runs away. But Kong chased after him, and then another ape appeared behind him. And now Kong is super surprised.
How you? I'm saying, how? Like, talk to me, bro.
And shout out to my little sister for getting her first acting role. They didn't even have to put any
Yo, you come on, B-Ski. Come on, man.
on her. This is just how she naturally looks.
Dang.
But then Kong got hit with a sneak attack from two other apes, and they had Kong face down, ass up. I don't know what they were planning to do to him, but I know this is not how he imagined finally meeting his relatives. But Kong not finna let anybody take his cheeks in front of his dead family members. Then the other ape put him in a headlock. Then the first ape came and hit him off Kong's back. And
Oh.
instead of saying thank you, Kong smacked him in his head.
Oh,
Then
friendly
the ape
fire.
went to hit Kong again, but he grabbed it. Then Kong hit the Stephen A. Smith face. Kong has had to fight a radioactive 1,000-foot lizard. What the hell is a giant stick gonna do? Then he
Facts.
threw them into each other. Then the first ape ended up grabbing Kong's axe, but he smacked his ass away. So now Kong's disrespectfully stepping over these niggas' bodies. But then Zuko sneak attacks him. But Kong isn't worried about him at all. He picks him up and starts using him as a weapon. He smacks the first one, uppercuts the second one. Then he kicks this one and throws Zuko right in
Dang,
his face.
four-piece combo?
And I really don't know what Zuko thought his little ass was gonna do. But the apes are still trying to jump Kong even after all of this. But then one of them falls off the cliff, but Kong catches him. But when he got back up on his feet, he was like,
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance!
But not for me.
Because then he grabbed a knife and tried to stab Kong.
Man, I'm
And
gonna let
this
you
had
die.
Kong mad as hell. He has been alone for years now, and the first apes he meets try to take his cheeks and kill him. So Kong kicked him right back off the cliff. So as he was falling
He
down,
showed
the
you
cliff to
mercy
his
and you
death,
didn't accept
Kong
it.
turns around and squares up with the last ape, but the ape was like,
Fuck no, baby!
and started running off. But Kong spent enough time with humans to know what a quarterback is, so he picked up a rock and threw it right at him.
Headshot.
Then he caught Zuko hiding behind the tree, and at first, Zuko was trying to fight back, but Kong threw him on the ground, and after all the brain damage Zuko went through in this fight, he finally gave up. But Kong was still interested in finding out where they came from, so he started pressing Zuko to tell him where they are from.
So where y'all from?
Man, I ain't telling you. I ain't no snitch.
Tell me right now, I'm gonna throw your ass off this cliff, little nigga.
Alright, bro, damn. We live over there, by that one rock. Man, I can't believe I snitched. They gonna kill me when I get
You was gonna get killed on you either way by Kong, bro. So shut up. Part 2, family reunion.
So now Zuko and Kong finally made it to the location of the other apes. And at first, Kong was super excited to see more apes. But then he realized that these apes were basically working as slaves down here.
Oh.
So Kong starts walking around trying to figure out who the person in charge is. Then one of the apes ends up falling, and Kong tries to help them up, but another ape starts pressing Kong. But Kong was just staring at him straight-faced. Then he knocked his ass out.
Pop!
And now
Dummy.
Zuko is stressed out, because not only did he snitch on the location, but now Kong is walking up in there like he runs the place. But then we hear a roar, and we get to see who's in charge of everything down here.
Scar King.
So as the Scar King starts walking towards Kong, everyone is bowing down to him. But Kong is like,
wait a minute, who are you?
Then Scar King starts roasting Kong and laughing. But Kong was still straight-faced, and this pissed off the Scar King, because around here, you either laugh at his jokes or you get kicked into the lava. So he took this as a challenge. So they picked up their weapons and started emoting. So Scar tries to whip Kong, but Kong catches it, but still got cut by the shard at the end. So Kong rushed at Scar with his axe. So after missing twice, Kong goes for another swipe. Then Scar kicked him off his feet. Then Scar ended up choking him out. But even though Kong was gasping for air, he knew he had to use his strength to his advantage. So he picked up Scar and slammed him on the ground. So now Kong is fully locked in and ready to throw hands. But before he could throw a punch, Scar started pointing his shard right at the lava. And Kong was looking around confused as hell, because this fight just started. But then we see that Scar King has a secret weapon.
Is that the freaking monster from freaking How to Train Your Dragon? What the heck? How do you tame that thing?
And this monster right here is one of the most deadly monsters in this verse. Scar King captured Shimo and caused her to create the Ice Age. And the shard on Scar King's whip isn't just a blade. It's basically Shimo's remote control. So whoever he points this shard at, Shimo's gonna load up and get to shooting at him. So Scar King points the shard at Kong and makes her blast him. And Kong is trying to block it with his axe, but she ends up freezing his whole hand. So now Kong realized how crazy Scar King was, and he ran out of there. But Scar wasn't gonna let him get away that easy. Scar King ended up sending his goons after Kong. So as they are all chasing him down, they end up getting packed up by a trap. And turns out it was Zuko that helped him.
Hey!
But Kong's arm is still fried from the ice blast. So Kong ends up getting some help from the humans and getting a giant gauntlet for his injured arm. So now Kong is fully upgraded and ready to go. And Scar King is coming right now because his plan is to come to the above Earth to take over the world. But Kong knows he can't do this alone, so he has to travel above ground himself to go recruit Godzilla. But when Kong got to the surface world, Godzilla was pissed, because he already told his ass before that he was not welcomed up here. But Kong is trying to tell Godzilla that he needs help down there, but Godzilla is like,
Come see all these lame ass niggas, bro. Come to the street, bro. I will beat your motherfucking ass, huh?
So Godzilla ended up tackling Kong, but Kong still wasn't trying to fight. So he threw some sand in his eyes and moved out the way. But Godzilla must have been watching nothing but WWE videos up here, because he literally body slammed Kong on the ground. So
what?
WWE videos up here, because he literally body slammed Kong on the ground.
Oh, yo, this dude has me stats on stats on stats on stats.
So Kong realized that the talking wasn't gonna work with this nigga, so he resorted to beating his ass. So after Kong beat him into submission, he ended up trying to drag him back to Hollow Earth to help him out. But then Godzilla woke back up and tried to blast him. So as Kong is running for his life, Godzilla ends up tackling him and starts charging up another blast.
Man, shut your...
Kaiju! Mothra, Godzilla's baby mama. You gotta be kidding me, Beastie. Are you serious? Oh, yeah.
And for those of y'all who don't know Mothra, this is Godzilla's baby mama. So after Mothra managed to calm down Godzilla's crazy ass, Godzilla and Kong were able to unite in order to go down to stop Scar King.
The final showdown. The Kaiji the Shinonaka.
So Godzilla and Kong pull up on the Scar King and immediately rush in for the smoke.
2 for 2, let's get 2v2.
In the air, the gravity switches. I don't know how this happened either. Hollow Earth is very confusing, to be honest. But now everybody is floating in the air. Godzilla is fighting Shimo, Kong is throwing hands with Scar King, Mothra is hitting niggas with webs, even Zuko getting in on the action.
Yes, sir!
But then they all individually end up falling in a portal and landing back in the surface world. And seeing Scar King pull up on the surface world made me feel so bad for everyone on this beach. Like, imagine thinking you're about to enjoy your nice relaxing day on the beach, and a giant orangutan with the whip shows up, a giant gorilla shows up, a radioactive lizard shows up, and the same monster that caused the Ice Age also shows up. But then Scar King grabbed his remote and made Shimo start unleashing ice everywhere.
Oh.
But before Scar King could unleash the Ice Age on the world,
ooh! Knock your way out!
Goes and tackles Shimo, and Kong goes in and kicks Scar King.
Drop kick.
Scar King had to pull out Old Reliable again and control Shimo to tail slap Kong. Then
Godzilla,
Shimo
do something.
Running in at full speed trying to bite him, but Godzilla intercepted it. Then Shimo threw him off, and now Shimo and Scar were ready to lock in too. So Scar King wrapped his whip around an entire building and chunked it at Kong. And I just know everyone in this building was reduced to dust particles after this. But this was just a pump fake from Scar King, because then he kicked Kong into Shimo for a lob. Shimo grabbed his arm and slammed him against the wall, then threw him into another building.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
So as they are jumping Kong, Godzilla ended up throwing Scar King and causing his whip to break. Then Godzilla ups the pole on him and blasts him with his atomic breath. But as Scar King grabs the shard, Godzilla blasts him again. So now Kong is trying to get to the shard, but Scar King stops him and puts him in a chokehold. But then Zuko pulls up with the axe and breaks the shard. And I know I was hating on this little nigga at first, but I can't lie, this was an MVP play. But this made Scar King mad as hell. This little nigga already snitched on his location to the ops, and now he destroyed his remote control. I know Scar King was about to do Zuko just like Megatron did Jazz.
Yep.
But Kong saved him and did a mean punch to Scar's face. And poor Zuko, that nigga hit the ground so hard. I'm surprised he's still alive at this point. The amount of CTE he's gotten throughout this movie is absurd. Then Kong pulled out the Uno reverse card and started grabbing Scar King. It's like the old saying, monkey see,
monkey do.
But as Scar
Monkey gets in trouble too.
King had him in his hands, Godzilla was like, "Smash the ball!" So
Ali
Kong threw Scar King, and Godzilla hit him in the air with his tail. Then Kong grabbed him and hit him with the
Position King.
And this has Shimo worried, cause now she's free from the remote, but she doesn't know
she gotta know what to do. For. Yeah. Shoot that.
But then she finally snapped out of her trance and
again.
blasted Scar King, freezing his whole body. So now Kong was looking at him face to face, ready to slime him out in the worst way. So he jumped off this building and slammed him right onto the ground.
I gotta see how I can. Come on.
Slime
one more time.
In the worst way. So he jumped off this building and
sack,
slammed him right onto the ground.
One more time. Oh, sure. One more time.
Face to face, ready to slime him out in the worst way. So he jumped off this building.
26 seems like a
right onto the ground. And after killing Scar King, Kong pulled back up to the ape's crib with his new son Zuko and his new white girl Shimo and let them know that they are free.
I'm sorry, what?
And after killing Scar King, Kong pulled back up to the ape's crib with his new son Zuko and his new white girl Shimo and let them know that they are free from slavery. And Zuko was a little too happy. I know he's probably gonna be trying to take all the credit for killing Scar King.
I hop out, I start shooting. Bow, 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 bow. Shot the nigga. Bow, shot his ass. Bow, 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 bow.
And that's the story of how Kong locked in, formed an all-star team, and defeated the Scar King. And that's also the last character I wanted to talk about. And as always, if y'all got any characters y'all think belong in this series, drop them in the comments. Also, shout out to everybody that dropped comments on the first one. The list for this series is currently around 300 different people, so it's gonna be a long series. But I'm tired of talking to y'all.
We'll be there for it, my man. We were there for it.
Cue my outro music.
Yo, shout out to my boy, my goat. Well, shout out to my goat, but hey, one of the goats. I say one of the goats. Yo, shout out to my boy Beasky, bro. Shout out to my boy Beasky, man. You got me on my seat. You got me out of my seat, man. You really did get me out of my seat. I kid you not. I kid you not, dog. I kid you not, bro. From baby girl. Hold on. First off, from Inferno Pokemon to baby girl Storm to Thrag and to freaking Kong, bro. my goodness. Part 3, Part 4, Part 95. Come on, dog. It's gonna be endless, man. Gonna be endless. But again, shout out to BC for the video. The original video in the description down below. Follow me on all socials. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Turn on notifications to know when I upload a video. Tune into the live streams. And also, join the Discord and Patreon in the description down below. Without further ado, this is Jeremiah. God bless you all. God bless you all. Jesus loves you all. Repent, be saved, and lock in. Lock in. Peace.